why I'm saying it. All right, welcome everyone. I see most of you guys either know me, been here, or in my group. For the new few people that I see, like a couple, um, welcome guys to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Ask questions, take notes. I am Yuri and my partner in crime there, Ryan. We're at Lord Fury 83 and at Ryan Billenberg on Instagram. If you guys have any questions post the stream, don't hesitate to write us a couple of notes. And if you're interested in joining our family and our mentorship, you can go to furiousfx.net or reach out on Instagram. All that's good. All with that being said, we're not financial advisors. So always do your own research and your own back testing. There's no substitution for hard work. If you're trying to gamble, this is not the group for you. If you're trying to make, flip your account in one day, although it is now possible using the strategy that I now teach, but not recommended, and definitely results are not guaranteed. So, but if you're just coming in Forex and hoping to flip your account tomorrow with proper risk management, that's a myth. You're not going to be able to do it. Okay, so having said that, let's go into a couple of things I wanted to say prior. For those of you who didn't notice, we got the brand new logo that looks freaking amazing. So it's definitely worth money to work with this designer. Yeah, he gave me a bunch of other stuff too. So excited about that. I'm gonna make some videos, and then we'll have cool intro and outro coming in for every video that we post from now on. So that's good. Also, completely on a different note, I want to talk about being grateful. I know people are like rolling their eyes, like, oh my God, is he gonna talk some fucking mindset for a second? Yeah, it is my story. I'm sticking to it. So being grateful, everyone talks about, hey, come from the place of gratitude. That's all great. It's all great when you're having fun, but it takes discipline and bravery when something bad happens, like you lost a loved one, or you had a horrible month or something, or you lost a lot of money, or whatever it is, and you're feeling down, you feel like shit, and that is the moment that you need to be grateful for what you got. Because if at that moment you saw a person who's got like 3 days to live because he's got cancer, or a person who is missing his limbs, or a person who is like has Down syndrome or stuff, you start realizing how fucking blessed you are to be having what you already have. And it's important, because I get angry, I get frustrated just like everybody else. So does Ryan. But it's important to be grateful and come to the place of market from the place of happiness and abundance, that you have a privilege of making money from Forex. And if you do that, I guarantee you everything will become easier. Just from the start, everything will become easier. And then the second thing is, if you just chill and understand the big picture of where market is going to go during the week, and just analyze and just be a machine as far as executing the strategy, there is no freaking way you can lose. Like 100%, I guarantee it. I haven't lost in like 3 months. There's no freaking way.
Cumulatively.
I'm talking about losing trades. You can lose trades. That's okay. Just equity wise, there's no way you're going to be losing if you stick to the strategy. If you're a good strategy, have a good strategy, and if you have understanding of what the market is doing. If the market is supposed to move up to a certain POI, it's not going to fly up there. There's going to be some fractals that it's going to take, all that stuff. And if you know where it's going, typically you should be able to destroy the market every week. All right, it's none of that. Let me show you
one quick thing. One thing to put in perspective too, we are very, very lucky to be actually right now in this day and age, but the way we can trade, We literally don't have to go work for a firm. You don't have, you could be your own boss. Whereas like just think about trying to trade and you have a boss sitting behind you, just breathing down your neck, threatening to fire ass. You don't have that. So that alone is very, very amazing that we can even have that opportunity, and brokers even allow it to happen. So that's my little tidbit.
Yep. Okay. So let me show you last week and how to use GU to completely double your account if you want. And it was absolutely beautiful last week, Wednesday and Thursday both. And it did exactly the same thing essentially. So I'm just gonna take a look at 15 minutes. Already marked everything up, sort of. So from the perspective of what was going on, if I turn on my little tool, so on Wednesday. So first of all, Tuesday, I believe. Okay, TradingView is being a dick. So if you look at what happened is we had a giant sell-off, right? We had a giant sell-off. We never came back to this area yet that broke all of this structure, right? We're still technically bearish. And what do we do here from the perspective of daily or even 4-hour? We induce this high to the BMS, the AMD, and slowly redistribute, if you will, and drop, right? So first we break structure, sucking in all the buy stops, right? All the buy stops traders. And then you have people that say, well, high, low, higher, high, which means break structure. So everybody naturally, smart money traders, will go and try to buy here. And it says, fuck you guys, we're going down. So after that, after we have the sweep, we don't really have too much immediate liquidity at all. And then just from this perspective here, you can see this is a beautiful thing that when this happens. So someone else is coming in. So you got this high, right? And then you got the low, then you got a lower high, and then what happens is you have the liquidity build up, right? Just from seeing this, you should. What's going on? Somebody's not on mute. Hey, people are on mute. All right, everyone go on mute. All right. Mute. Okay. Yeah. So this here build up basically tells you that I'm gonna need to take, this is an inducement. You're gonna need to take the inducement out and then reverse. And we need to at least get back to the supply. We're still fucking around. So last week over here, if we look, we got, for those of you who are in the paid group, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are not, just bear with me. So we have an Asian session here. We have Frankfurt that takes out Asian session. We have London that retests the Frankfurt, and then we go up. So it's actually technically it retests Frankfurt, but also it's an Asian retest template. It retests the midline. And then we go up, then New York takes out London, right? And then reverses, mitigates here, and the news come out, and then we just skyrocket. So, but if you just, forget that for a second and understand what's going on here. So we had this high, this low, and this high, what happens then is very easy. We take out liquidity, we build a range, and then this low here, supposedly, this is very important, guys. So this low here, why did we turn around? What is the reason for us turning around here? Well, it is easy from hindsight. You can say that's fine, whatever. But the more important thing is there is no reason for us to turn around here at all. Why? Because our order block, the orders that institutions put in are here. It's never mitigated, and then it reaccumulates and goes up. So notice what happens then is this low does not break the high. Right? It does not break the high. So what does it do? It forms the internal range. Right? And if this low did not break the high, this low is automatically what? An inducement. So what do? Bounce off this supply. Go straight into our order block, extreme order block, and then reaccumulate and go. Right? So if I have here, notice what we're doing again. So we tapped here after taking out that internal range. What are we doing here again? On 1 minute fractal. We failed to break this high from this low. Look at this. As soon as we induce this low into the extreme, we go. Larger scale, same algorithm, algorithmic trading, guys. Same algorithm once again on 1 minute. So as soon as this shit happened, like you could have bought in here as soon as you saw the engulfing candle here. But if you don't trade any kind of candle patterns and you don't understand how to trade it, it's okay. You wait. Okay, so let's say you missed this supply here. You can literally go in here and do this. Like at the bottom of this, put the stop loss underneath here. I mean, here, this is 16 pips. I guess it's not that whatever, that small, but you're going to target this daily high right here. So that is a 1 to 10 right here. Okay. Boom, you hit the daily high. Notice what happens. As soon as you take out, this is a daily, the previous day high. As soon as we take out that high, we do what? We reverse. You see this? As soon as we take out the daily high, why do we do this? Because we got to induce the buy stops, right? The buy stops are in. We got all the FOMO people buying way too late. This was some kind of news, right? And as soon as we do that, now we turn around. Okay, so then this, oh geez. This again, just from seeing this, okay, what broke this high? You can say this whole order block here on, I'm just 15 minutes, right? So when it gets to the 15 minutes, I want to see some kind of reversal here. Not even talking about the cycles or anything. Just seeing the price action. Okay, stop. All right. So what did we do? Like, what did we do right here? Just the previous day. Is it not the same thing? Watch, guys. this is the order block. If I go to 1 minute, and this is what I do when it hits my POI, I can guarantee you the order block is below. Well, technically, I would have taken two. I would have taken this order block first, and then the one underneath it. This is 5 minutes. I don't know if 1 minute is there. Okay, it is. All right. Cool. So if you're doing like the order block here, you can buy it right there. I'll come back to this. I want to show you something. I'll come back to you. I want to show you something. So, how many opportunities is there? Well, there are a few. But once you know what is going on, you could get in, get in, get in, get in. So it's like there's like 4 trades in here. But the main important thing I wanted to show is this. This happened here. What is happening here? We got into this demand, top of it, not all the way. I don't know what's going on with my trading view. It keeps moving shit. All right, so we got into this demand, and did this low break this high? Did this low break this high? No. Did this low break this high? No. It did the same exact goddamn algorithm. If it didn't break it, what is this? Inducement. As soon as it takes it out, induces it into the extreme, induces the low. What do we do? Explode. It's the same exact trade on Wednesday and on Thursday. Stop.
And there's multiple practical ways for that too. So like, if you want to talk about a more practical way of even looking at this, on Wednesday when it came out, we were higher interest rates than we expected. Immediately, this price went up, which is actually opposite of what the pair should have done. And so what you're asking yourself is, well, basically what they're doing is manipulating the market. And then you ask yourself, well, is there areas to the upside that need to be mitigated? And the answer is yes. And so naturally, we're in the middle of the manipulation. So be in buys until it breaks the low. Because there's your mitigation up there in your pink area, 125.
So this is 1 to 25.
No, 125. 1.25 is where
112.
you should probably start selling. What?
Oh, you're talking about higher.
Yeah. Up there.
Well, that's higher time frame and still not there.
Right. So we got a ways to go.
So this
that's
is
what I'm saying. I'd be buying to go up there.
Yeah, but I mean, people say, okay, don't trade the news, man. What? But it just perfect. Like the news happened here and it slammed down at like 6 in the morning during that zone, London, whatever, London crossover. And it was like, we're going up. You could be buying. And boom, if you don't put stop losses, if you don't take partials, you're fucked. And then everybody's FOMOing into the sell because of the volume with which it freaking dropped. This whole move down was 15 seconds. It went like crazy down. And then what happens is, as soon as it goes down, it induces this low and explodes. So I was in both because GU is my favorite pair. So I was in both Wednesday and Thursday trades. Hang on, guys. 1 second. Bye. Hurricane Ryan. All right, so Yeah. So that's the two trades that, like 1 to 10, 1 to 13 that you can do. And if you're on 1 minute, not on 15 minutes, and just do the engulfing, you could make this 1 to 40 trade alone. So this is why my real account, stop loss here, my demo account was like 2 pips. So it was like, 2 pips here, 2 pips there. It was 1 to 60, 1 to 60, several positions. It's 150, 1 to 150. Ended up being 1 to 150. Anyway, so what is going on this morning? There was so much craziness, but it was very simple. There's not much movement the whole day. Did I close the thing? Is it current? Is it time? Current time? Yeah. Okay. So it was very simple. We were like here on Friday. It dropped over here, but we didn't really reach much. So again, we were looking at what was going on with the daily cycle, and notice how this low was broken from this extreme order block. We chopped around, then Frankfurt took out the Asia, London took out the Frankfurt, New York took out London, and then we dropped. So I was naturally thinking we're gonna just drop like crazy. Instead, we just freaking chopping around. No need to stick around the trade, got to see what happens, but we are in the range, right? We are in the range of the last week's daily, last week's weekly. So if I go to 4 hours now, you'll see the scenario that I'm expecting. So once again, you can notice that this low did not reach the order block that's here, from which we broke the high over there. So, and the most important thing that I saw here was that we first induced this low and mitigated from extreme, so swapped and then went up and then didn't get back to it. So this is a very good sign. That means there's a liquidity build right here and there's a daily low. So what I'm expecting sometime during London to happen is for it to drop below the current daily low, today's daily low, and below this low, induce it into the order block and explode up, at the very least, to the previous weekly high into this area somewhere here, at the very least. So this 1.25, as you said, Ryan. So I'm expecting this to happen during London, is, move into here and then go up. It's pretty simple. In the current interest, as far as Asia, it also could, before coming down, come up here, take out this high that was made at 3 p.m. somewhere into here, maybe even take out the daily high. Maybe even take out the daily high into here, into this high, that not fully mitigated, as you can see. So induce this high, and after taking out the daily high, reverse into here. Okay, so that is possible. I'm not going to speculate because I don't really trade Asia, but this would be, I would rather be buying in here and selling all the way over there. Any questions on GU? No, yes, yes, no. Okay, EU was actually super clean that I marked up today. That is not what I wanted. Oh yeah, okay. So if I go to 4 hour on EU, very similar, which they are correlated. Look at what happened is we made this weekly high, but we didn't tap into the actual order block that led to this break structure. All right, and so very interesting. And then we have a giant imbalance here and an extreme Quasimodo level over there. So Obviously need a 1 minute confirmation, need a 15-minute confirmation, need something. But this buy looks much better because we have a very, very obvious low. It also sits at this support resistance level for people below daily low. So again, I expect this to come down into this area, make a reversal, and this go up. It's also supplemented by the fact that we have a larger scale BMS AMD model right here. You guys see these lows get taken out, then we induce this low here, we induce it, and then we build some liquidity and go up and break, right? Break the manipulation structure from which this down move started. So we got BMS here, that's unmitigated, and now we're just chopping in an inside range that needs to be taken out. So this one though, be careful. You need confirmation on 15-minute or 1 minute later in the 15-minute beyond, because it could also induce this low into extreme here, right? So be careful, but it looks really, really good, right? If it decides to come up, I want this high, the previous weekly high, taken out into this order block, or if it decides to, you know, depends on price action, maybe in here. So very simple EU and GU setups that are coming up that, you know, if you were managed to get this one, with a nice refinement on 1 minute, you know, you're looking at potentially doing a trade of at least 1 to 6.5. I mean, that's 30 pips, of course, not 4 hours. You know, you need to see price action. I can't be predicting the shit, but so this is like 20 pips. You're going to need more price action in order to scale in. Unless, I mean, this is why I don't like predicting. I always react to current price action, but just to show you what's possible. Okay, so we got the BMS here, boom, boom, boom. That induce flow, and then into here. So this could be as crazy as this. Now that's like 3 pips stop loss. Not saying it will come there. I need price action, but you could do a trade like this. And this is what I mean. You don't need to trade a shit ton of pairs. You could do something like this and get your 1 to 100 trade and be happy. This is not the 1 to 100. This is at least 1 to 50. So that's like a silver medal trade. But you need price action. Georgie, what are you talking about? I don't care. EU shut off the slingshot. Oh, which one? This here is mitigated already. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to. See, like if you look at 1 hour, this is all part of the move, and that doesn't look good. So it's somewhere in here to me. You don't care. That's what I'm saying. Would it be odd to go back below that? Below what? Oh, no, no, no. So this is what the inducement is all about. This first entry made especially hedge traders, hedge fund traders, very happy. You know, this is what retail is for, kind of thing. So it's by design. It's always, I always say, break and retest, and it could take out the high, or it could not take out the retest into extreme, then go, is what it's all about. Yeah, the fact that it reacted here means nothing. Did it take out the high? No. That's the first thing. But even if it did take out the high and mitigated out of this, you know, then anything here is suicide. All right. Use the cat. Just randomly going. Oh, this is perfect. That motherfucker bullish. Okay, so right now we're holding the demand, but interesting thing here. It says equal high. Oh, just slightly wicked it, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's slightly wicked. So we got room to come down to. If this wick induced the weekly high this week or month high, so we could easily come down, retrace, take out the previous weekly low, then go up. So not much to go off of here right now. Yeah, not much to go off of. You don't want to be buying because we're way too high. So we just took this out, so that was the last sweep, so I'll be bearish on this probably for the rest of the week.
Yeah, definitely. Long term, it's definitely going to be bullish. Short term, we might be able to sell the buys.
Yeah, like this week though, I don't think it's gonna be bullish. I don't know, my girl. It's just not much to take out left.
Well, just the index itself is coming back to the south, and so and all that oil is losing as well, mitigating.
Not much going on, like not much liquidity case. So there's liquidity here finally. So if anything, I'll be looking for some kind of immediate liquidity to be taken out. This daily high perhaps taken out into this extreme and then short. So come into this extreme, take out all of this liquidity, and then short a long way, at least below the weekly low, but most likely more. So yeah, so it'll be even better if it induces this final low at 75%, then goes up. So nothing but sells for me. AJ last week was freaking beauty, just in Asia. And again, it's going to take time, but I'm going to do a back testing session for you guys, for my guys, on probably Wednesday evening, and I'll show you some craziness just with Asian range in AJ. You could have doubled your account, like unreal. Just very small moves, 1 to 10s, 10 of them, you double your account. But we are in the daily range in the middle, so we didn't really do shit today, just stayed in this 100 pip range and took out Asia and then retested, didn't really do anything. Let's see. Oh, not listening to me. So with AJ, I really wanted to keep coming down. I don't know what the hell it's doing. Kind of hoping for it to take out the weekly high from last week, just like with USD CAD, and then get down. The order block that's unmitigated that I see is here. So we got low potential. So maybe something like this. Again, this is just a speculation. It's not very clean. Oh my God, what's going on? So look at it now. Where's liquidity sitting? To me, it's right here. So we got liquidity here. Got liquidity here. So perhaps it takes out the daily high into this high. Perhaps it takes out all of them. But you need to be a mass in order to sell. That this is ideal. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Ideal would you sell from there. There's no real buy here either. We're just chopping around. So you want to buy below the low. So somewhere in here. All right. So this is the unmitigated order block. All of this is mitigated. All of this is now liquidity to me. So this is the Asian low. This is the Asian high from Friday. So yeah. Not interested in AJ. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't look clean to me at all. Gold, man, can this thing move already? So I see a perfect trap, smart money trap right here. So this is gold. By the way, amazing trade, super easy. Last week, similar to GU. The same, similar to GU, except for it didn't do the manipulation between. It just simply went to the extreme. After it took out the highs, it just consolidated. Obviously this is internal range here, so didn't take out the high from the low, so this is internal range right there. But it went deep, taking out the inducement, inducing this low here, going into extreme. And then look at this, guys. This is what I keep saying. The closer it is, but still not mitigating, the better chances of it working out. And the better your risk to reward is. So here, you've got this low that went into the supply, did not do what? Did not mitigate. So what is this? That is internal liquidity, which is low. It made the high. So everybody, smart money traders, naturally try to look for the order block here, because that is what broke structure. But they're missing one key thing, and that is that demand is lower. Demand is underneath it. This is where the order was put in. It never mitigated. So I expect this low to be induced into the POI. If it's really crazy, it might get into the extreme POI here. So you can, depending on your risk management plan, I would split my position into two and put one position here, one position here. So if I miss that one, I can still get this one. So once this low gets induced, start buying. Because every time a significant low gets taken out, we can expect a huge reversal. So I've been waiting. Today, we didn't freaking do anything with gold, which is kind of just retail trade within Asian range. Like, what the fuck is that? Can't trade that. I mean, you can if you just got in on the train on 1 minute and you just you can see how even without going to a small time frame, you can see how you got perfect mitigation here. Boom, then we broke structure. From where? From this order block. We got perfect mitigation here. Then we break structure. From where? From the order block. From which order block? From this order block here. Then we break structure. So it's like it just keeps going, right? So you can expect if it doesn't, I mean, it broke this one again and came back into here, which is why it's dangerous now, but it could still come back into this extreme and mitigate again until we take this low. So if you're into, on 1 minute trading, you can still 1, 2, 3, then it's the 4, 5, 6, 7. You can still freaking stack this thing, and altogether, I guarantee you this is 10% at least. So, but I don't like price action like this chappy crap. I don't have patience for it, and my heart is not 20 years old anymore. But this I would like to wait for and see a nice inducement and 1 minute either candle engulfing or BMS or something, and just this kind of trade is going to be at least to here, which is 1 to 13, with all this stop loss, and ultimately you want to go to weekly high, which is 1 to 22 on gold. Significant. Questions on gold? Yeah, but okay, silver. Me and silver are not friends. What the hell? Where did silver go? I thought no. Wait a second. Oh, wow. So silver is a little different. Silver already induced this low into the thing. So actually, silver might do something different. Silver looking like it's because it induced the low that it's gonna go up, whereas gold might come down, induce the low, repeat what silver does. It is just lagging behind silver, maybe. From the divergence standpoint of view, you see how this low is this low, and I'm telling you right now that it's going to induce it and come here. Well, this one already did that. This one already did that. This one didn't come as low. So that might mean that they both go up. Let's say I'm speculating right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not interested in doing anything about here. I'm interested in buying here. So maybe London or something, we can go up, take out all of these highs, induce these highs into extreme in here. You're in London. So take out this, take out that, do a little reversal here, boom, Quasimodo or something, and then come down, induce this low, and then move up like crazy. Well, at the same time, silver, what's going to happen is it's same going to go up just like gold and induce these highs, but when it goes lower, it's just going to mitigate from some order block here and move up because it already induced this low. Gold still yet has to induce this low. So, and then you'll have a divergence with gold being moving this way at the same time. Well, not exactly. I didn't draw it correctly, but you could say this is what's going to happen. And then you can actually buy silver from divergence, and you can buy gold from analysis of liquidity inducement theorem. Yeah. So, and again, this is speculation. I have no idea what gold is going to do in the next 10 hours, but I can see this happening. But I'm interested in this buy. We'll see what happens. So I actually like GU, gold, then EU. I don't like USD CAD. It's not clean. I don't like AJ. It's not clean. UJ, man, this thing just refuses to come down, doesn't it? This just refuses to come down. What is up, man, with the UJ? It's up in Vegas. Like, what else is it gonna do?
Their economy is so fickle right now. It's like all over the place.
Yeah, I don't like it. So again, we need to wait for a weekly high to get taken here.
It's gonna be
so if I was a betting man, I'm gonna bet the shit's gonna move like crazy up, trap the traders here one more time, then do this, come down here. But maybe bounce of this demand, take out the inducement into the high, then move down, something like this. Again, speculation, don't know shit, and not interested until this high is taken out. So, I don't know. Speaking of Friday, there was a trade in here in this extreme, but which I did take, and then it got broke even. So, that's why I don't screw with it. It's like, man, I'm finally got this perfect snipe, and nope. So, then I just induced it and went down, but then it moved into this order block. It's just chopping around, doesn't want to fall. So I expect another push up to take out the weekly high before coming down. And that's my story, sticking to it, but not gonna trade this. Just giving you a possible scenario. Haven't traded NAS in a while. What's it been up to? So again, last week was a perfect gap. Take out this thing, go into the middle of the gap and come down. This just took out liquidity and went down. So it's still very bearish, which scares the hell out of me because of my portfolio. But notice this, what I drew last week, I believe, is still holds true. I want this low to be taken the F out because there is unmitigated extreme order block underneath this. So this is still an internal range, which means this low needs to be induced because every motherfucker out there is trading this support resistance here. And the fact that we bounced here, making equal lows or holding this demand makes me very happy because that confirms their support. So they're inducing the buyers right now. They haven't taken out the low, so they're getting the buyers on board, right? when they get the buyers on board, maybe they mitigate somewhere here. They drop and they induce this low. They get the seller, the sell stops going, and that's where they go right into the extreme order block from which they do this. Of course, not in that fashion. That's just
I
the
doubt
drawing.
it. Not that much.
Yeah, that's just the direction. A man can dream.
Yeah.
My portfolio is gonna go.
I think we're gonna hit our 2017 numbers.
Yeah, I mean, like we're gonna be doing
Going
this,
low.
but the point is, this is what I'm waiting for, and it's close, but it's not there. So I think which is gonna go up a little bit, suck people in, give them hope, then take the hope away, suck in sellers, then go up. Yeah, that's my story. GJ. So got racked last week. Well, maybe got racked. I did hit TP1 over there. And then they hit the stop loss in profit, and then it didn't do anything for me. Just as opposed to GU, it didn't give perfect opportunities, but it gave perfect opportunities in a different sense before this drop. And you can see maybe it's 15 minutes better. Yeah, you can see you can easily trade this. So look at this. Let's follow a magic white ball. We got a high that creates a low, that creates a high, that creates a low, that doesn't break the low. And then we break the high that did create the low. So what is that? Order flow shift. Then we got break and retest, right? And take out structure. What does that do? Makes people buy in here. And they buy in here and they get racked, or they buy from support and they get racked. Why does it get induced? Because there's an extreme order block sitting over here. This is where institutions got in. You got a perfect inducement confirming this. So induce the low, get the sellers going, EMS reversal, boom, up again. This is a perfect sign. We mitigate out of the supply. Don't mitigate out of here and just go up. So essentially, this is what happens, guys. I'm going to give you a little diagram. You go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. Everybody's like, oh, look at this. That's a perfect trend. But this is not a true retracement. This is an inducement. So it goes, takes out the inducement, then creates structure. That's a low. That makes a high. Now, here's the order block, then mitigate that it can come to, and then you can continue the shit. But then it does this and takes structure, but there is demand sitting underneath, so it's gonna come here one more time. I hope that starts to make sense, guys. So the same shit happens here. We mitigate the supply and break structure. People are trying to sit here, but the demand is here, the true order block that's unmitigated. So we induce these lows, take out the equal lows into an IFC and go. Now look at this. As soon as this high gets taken, we come right back into, and oh, this is so cool. Watch, guys. I'm gonna be super clean so you guys can see. Here's the high. Take out the high, right? What happens then? This is on 5 minutes. I guarantee you that this high makes low. Then it makes a lower high. Here it makes a lower low. Right? Then it makes I don't know, this makes, oh, sorry, this low here makes this high because it's a bullish candle. What do you notice? Does this low here make a higher high? No, it doesn't. So what is that? That's your internal range right there. So as soon as that internal range gets induced into an extreme, right? Remember what an order block is. It's a last candle gets engulfed in the bounce, but basically take the wicks. So as soon as this gets induced, this low gets induced, boom, that's our target. So this is the same thing that this is, except for on a smaller scale. Fractal. Market is fractal. So having said that, you can trade this buy, 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 you know, and then that one you're probably not going to get. Let's say, to be realistic, you try to get a buy into here after it induced this low, you get a reaction and you die, right? Why did you die? Well, because overall we're still bearish and this high actually mitigated our extreme order block on the sell side. You guys see this? Sell side order block got hit. So we had a reaction from this order block underneath inducement. It just wasn't enough. Sellers took over. I hope that makes sense. But even if you didn't see all that and lost this last buy, you won this one, you won this one, you won this one, you won this one. 4 giant trades with barely any stop loss, humongous return. This is 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 20, 1 to 20, you know, that's like 60% or something before you lose your 1% that you risk here. Insane amount of pips available in the market. What are we doing now? Let's see. Well, we're going up. There's a bunch of reaccumulation, daily high, weekly high. So, and we got unmitigated shit here. So again, induce the weekly high into the POI is what I'm looking for. So that's the area to look out for. See on the bigger scale. I actually have a very decent, yeah, very decent order block here. Yeah. So we'll see when it gets into here. You need to go to 5 minutes, 1 minute, see what you need to see, a reversal pattern. You could also come all the way to the extreme over there. Nothing that interests me in between there. But again, weekly or daily high taken out, reversal pattern, BMS, engulfing candle, exhaustion candle, something, and you can go down. That's my story. So GG is not bad. Okay, and what else we got? Anyone wants to see anything? Any particular pair? Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin. I made some money on Bitcoin this morning. I bought it 19.8 and it went to 25 or something. USD CHF. Wow. That's a giant drop during news, I assume, last week. I never trade this pair, so give me a second to even see what's up. Oh, shoot. Ryan, you ever trade this crap entry? You're on mute if you're.
Sorry, I'm muted. I was like, every once in a while, I haven't done it in a while because it used to be USD Jappy and then USD Chef was kind of like it kind of went hand in hand, but honestly, for the last year and a half, hasn't been like that. So every once in a while, I used to get in trades when I found a good Japanese buy or sell. I would look at the chef and see if it matched, but not lately, man.
Very clean.
It moves very, very
mitigation.
slow. There's not a lot of stress behind it. You just have to be patient.
Yeah. So
You're not going to get killed if you're wrong.
check this out, guys. Daily high taken out, breaks, mitigates, dies. One drive, two drive, three drive. This is like Wyckoff paradise.
It's one of the least traded majors.
Unless you're Zach McDonald. All right. Okay. So boom, 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 boom. That is crazy. That's news. All right.
It's around 1 o'clock on the 15th.
All right. So take out Asia during New York. Here, yeah, I'm gonna need this. So we had that. Believe it or not, I think we're gonna be going up. Even though there's like all these perfect lows here, I think we're gonna be going up.
Definitely long term we will be. All this nonsense to the downside is
Okay, so this is interesting because we didn't mitigate that high. And we didn't really break the low either. Very interesting.
range, huh?
So we're definitely going to take this high out right now. We'll have mitigation out of here. But are we going to go higher? So this could be redistribution as well. So it's possible, because where was the last sweep? It was here. But we failed to make a lower low. We failed to make a lower low, therefore, this high is now a target. Because this was the inducement up, and then we came down, we took out this into extreme, made equal lows. What do we do that for? This is liquidity. So now they need to induce the buyers in order to sell. So again, not know how this pair moves a lot. So I know it's slower. So I'm thinking oh my God, what is it doing?
I mean, yeah, it is. And I would honestly take a lot of
So
I
this is
don't
what
know.
I think might happen. It's going to induce this high because this high did not take out the low. It's going to come take out this high, induce all the people to start buying and then drop. And then once it takes out these lows, it might do something else. It might actually do some accumulation and start going up. That is
Or
my story.
or it might be doing a bunch of weird stuff because there's no volume in the market. There's like this is
Yeah,
like the
but
worst.
from
I
the
know.
price delivery, though, it makes sense to me that this was a total manipulation up to suck out all the trigger the buy stops here. Then we dropped them, disbelief, slowly dropping. They move stop loss, it keeps getting out, right? And they get into a sell side, so they induce this low, and everybody's like, oh, it's definitely going to break this. So people are start selling, and it's now doing the opposite, going up. So it needs to take out this high 100%. It will. I think it's going to move. I don't know how high, again, because inexperience from this pair, but I would say it will close this gap and come into here, 90.98, and then it will have a giant fast move like this, probably tomorrow, New York, and drop in here, then do another accumulation, probably to go up. Okay, hope that answers. That's just my view on this pair. It's very uneventful, little volume, but hope that helps. Yep, Charlie, that makes sense. This maybe makes it look like it needs to drop, but they just need more liquidity. So this is where they're gonna get it. Get the liquidity, then drop. This is, yeah. This is also perfect. It might not come as much as low. It might induce this low and reverse from here as well. So, don't quote me on levels here. I'm just showing general direction. So right now, I think we'll be going up, and London probably be dropping, and then it'll go do nothing for a while on Wednesday, and then Thursday will move up. Cool. Who was asking about this? Eric. Yeah. Bitcoin. Yeah. So let me look at Bitcoin. So I actually believe Bitcoin's going up, believe it or not. So because I had my stuff marked up at 19.5 or 19.4, I didn't buy it because I don't have liquid cash sitting around right now. But we have broken the last thing, and there's not much more to take downstairs. Again, we induce this low into this POI that I drew here. So it's not far. So it could do one more, but I think we're good. I think we're gonna start reversing now. So again, if you were trading Bitcoin today, it was a freaking beautiful, clean fairy tale. This high gets broken by what? By this order block. This high gets broken by what? Ah ha ha, inducement, yay. This order block. This is all the time. Do you guys see how many times it does this? Where it moves, breaks structure, and then everybody's like, hey, let's go here, but it takes it out first. Takes this out first. If you have liquidity sitting in another order block there, always go under this.
That happens a lot.
It was so clean that I didn't take it.
That happens so often.
You know, it happens all the time. So start reacting, man. Start adjusting and trading for that. This was old smart money business. Now it is smart money trap because that's where liquidity is now. Because everybody who is anybody trades smart money now. So they gotta adjust out. So now it's all about liquidity. First, liquidity is king, not structure. Because if structure was king, this shit would work. Because you would say high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Doesn't work. That high gets or that low gets taken out into the extreme. Then we make a higher high. So, yeah.
Now you have to adjust your trend line.
Yeah, exactly. So like, because now people are like, oh shit, this low is broken. Now we're bearish. I'm gonna start putting this. That's how people get screwed. So yeah, so overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin finally. But like I said, I don't trade Bitcoin. I just invest in Bitcoin, so that's different. You could also, all of this nice letter up could also be a nice suck in, and then they're gonna drop and come here, mitigate, and go. But before that, it could keep going like this, maybe take this high out, then come down. So anything's possible. Again, look at this. Look at this. I don't want to take this because there's an extreme order block underneath. Oh, but it exploded from here. Yes, it did. Guess where everybody's going to be buying? In here. This is the manufactured liquidity, the smart money trap. The number one way they make money now is this type of shit. They even like to do this where they go, oh, yay, no. It hit my stop loss and profit. Yeah, because they're not understanding where the liquidity is. Right. You could also go take out daily low, induce that low, and come here, which is why you don't want to put limits, especially on a volatile pair like Bitcoin. You want to go, oh shit, this just induced a low. Let me see the reversal in 1 minute. Because this type of shit on 1 minute is the AMD, right? This is the BMS, the change of character, the anything. So that's what I need on 1 minute in order for me to take this buy. So in fact, Shakira, you know, if you're not in the trade already, I would wait for this. If you are in the trade, you know, you should be buying here, buying here, buying here, buying here, buying here. So I would close this, close that, close this, and leave this one with stop loss and profit. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right. So this was good. And short, sweet. Any questions, guys? Anyone confused about what I'm doing? New people? Anyone still here? Some new people. Robert over here. Robert over here. Brandon, Trader Joe's. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, so I think we went over everything except for maybe Euro GBP. But that pair is like, look at EU. All right, EU is nothing. GU is doing nothing. Which one's doing it faster? GU is moving up faster than EU. That means EG will be more bearish um, than bullish. And then you go here, you're like, oh shit, it is bearish than bullish. So that's how you trade EG. And you look at both and then figure out, once you understand that, okay, GU is gonna move faster no matter what. GU is a faster pair. It moves fucking 200 pips to 400 pips a day. Whereas EU is 50 to 100. Okay, so GU is gonna be leading the bullishness or bearishness. So if it is going faster up against the dollar, guess what? It's gonna be EG bearish. If it's moving down while EU is going up, EG is gonna be going up. So it's just that. And then you, knowing that, you look at everything we teach, which is order block. So here, I'm still from last week, I still see this here. Look at, it's like the opposite of what we saw. Look, guys, this low makes this lower high and then drops the low. Two things to notice. One, this is nowhere. This low is nowhere. We haven't mitigated the demand, not even a slingshot candle, yet alone the real thing, which is the extreme over here, right? Second thing is, when this came up here, it did not mitigate the supply. So we have the daily high right before this wick, which means people are going to be selling here. They're going to be, buyers are going to be induced, right? And sellers are going to be putting stop loss above this wick. And you have this perfect POI. So why don't you try a short like this? A short in here, at least to here. So that's about 1 to 6. But then again, remember, this is 15 minutes. So when the shit goes to 15 minutes, go to 1 minute. Find a nice reversal on 1 minute in this order block. No, sorry, in this order block here, which I already kind of see that it's going to be somewhere like this. And sell and make your risk to return 1 to 50. You know, when you go here, and I don't know what time this was or whatever, anything. When you go here, look at this guy, just so you know. So let's say for a second, let's pretend this was the POI. Let's pretend this was POI, right? And you got this, you're going, you switch to 1 minute. So if you went from 15 minutes, you need to go sell here, put your stop loss here, which is, you know, much bigger. This is like 4 pips. It's not that big, 4 or 5 pips, this whole thing. But you go in 1 minute, now you got, okay, you got the high, you got this broken low. Technically, just from this, you could already put like 0.1 of a pip. But let's say you're more disciplined than that and you waiting for this break structure here. So the structure is broken from where? Oh shit, that's an extreme POI. Look at this. Now that stop loss is about 1 pip. Right now that, let's say you go, okay, I don't want to miss it, so I'm going to go here. That's about 2 pips. That's a much better stop loss. And a much more confirmed trade, because you, let's say this was your POI, this high got induced, awesome, you got that checkbox out, then the structure got broken, you got that checked out on a larger time frame. Let's say you're bearish, that checked out, now 1 minute is confirming everything, you got your nice accumulation, manipulation, distribution, boom, everything checks, and you only got 2 pips for stop loss, perfect, whatever, obviously account for spread, and you got your, you know, TP. But even if you don't, let's say what happened, and you're here and you're like, okay, oh, this is 1.5 pips stop loss. Let's say you wanted it to come here, but now it's reversing over there. Let's say okay, it's reversing and you want to close it. This is already a 124.5 that you can take partials on if you're not confident, and leave half of the position stop loss and profit, or even, not moving your stop loss, whatever. So you slowly build your equity with partials if it doesn't do what you want it to do. Cool. All right, boys and girls, if there's no other questions, we can adjourn. As always, reach out if you need anything. One-on-ones seem to be the best way to learn. Who knew? And then tomorrow morning, lifetime, we're doing live trading. I will upload the recording to YouTube tonight, after I get back from the gym. So everyone, have an amazing week. GU, EU, Gold, and GJ are my top 4 that I'm looking at. Take care, boys and girls. Thanks, Shakira. Bye.
Take care.